Athletes are normal people just like you and me. While they have the same regular problems, live in the same regular world, and for the most part follow these same moral codes, there are many aspects that make them different. Unlike us, most of them have cameras pointed in their face 24/7, and any mistake made is highlighted under a microscope for the public to watch unfold. The perks of the money they make tend to get them in trouble, and their own worst enemy, more often than not, turns out to be the pitfalls of social media and the ability of screenshots and speculations to be circulated around the internet. Specifically, here we are talking about how situations like these can slam dunk a marriage and turn it upside down. One of the first and foremost unbreakable rules of bro code will always be to stay away from your teammate's wife, girlfriend, or significant other. To put it simply, just don't sleep with them, interact physically with them, have relations under the sheets, or any other way you want to put it. Unfortunately, for a few unlucky NBA stars, accusations have been made and dirty secrets have been revealed to the public. Here are 9 NBA players who slept with a teammate's wife. But before we get started, Pro Sports appreciates every one of our subscribers, and we take pride in providing you all with the best content. And we want to remind you to click the subscribe button if you want all of the latest takes on everything NBA. The Indiana Pacers had built a solid team in the early 2010s, and the duo that was leading the way was Paul George and Roy Hibbert. During the 2014 playoffs, rumors began to surface following the disappointing play of the Pacers. A comment made by fellow teammate Lance Stevenson caught everybody's attention. Apparently, George and Hibbert's wife had been having conversations on social media. A gossip column posted by Baller Alert published an anonymous email it had received regarding the situation. Roy just walked away without saying anything, but ever since then it's been a bigger downfall in his performance on the court. Supposedly, PG and Hibbert's wife have been carrying on through Instagram for a while before they ended up having sex. She felt guilty and told Hibbert, and that's how he found out originally. It's bad because PG and Hibbert were really friends. The Chicago Bulls of the 1990s were led by a competitive duo who you might know, Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Who might the lady in question here be? Well, none other than a young Madonna herself. The pop singer used to sit front and center eyeing up Mr. Pippen while his teammate Jordan was looking at her. It is reported that the former assistant coach during that time, Johnny Back, mentioned that with Pippen, Madonna used to pick him up in a limo with a hot tub every time he went to LA. Details are sparse as the internet was non-existent, but there was something going on that people thought was worth talking about. There's also a story that has surfaced where Jordan bet Madonna that he could satisfy her more than Pippen could. Wow, we knew that MJ was competitive, but that's a bit much. Matt Barnes and Derek Fisher were once teammates while playing for the Los Angeles Lakers. Fisher retired to become the New York Knicks head coach while Barnes sidestepped into the forward position on the Memphis Grizzlies. Barnes had recently divorced Basketball Wives LA star Gloria Govan when he learned that she had been seeing Fisher. This prompted him to drive nearly 100 miles from Santa Barbara to Los Angeles to fight Fisher in the backyard of Govan's home in front of friends and family. One source told the New York Post that the situation was very ugly. Barnes went crazy. He got in his car and went to the house and went after Fisher, the source said. Matt then drove down there to beat the shit out of him. If you are enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on future videos. Another case from the early 1990s included young stars Jim Jackson and Jason Kidd. The rift between the two started when a rumor came about that the two were dating singer Toni Braxton at the same time. As the popular story goes, Braxton arrived at a hotel the Mavericks were staying in while on the road to pick up Kidd for a date, but in the end left with Jackson. Braxton never confirmed or denied the rumors. However, both players were traded after the ordeal. Unsurprisingly, Jackson has denied the rumors to this day, last discussing it during an interview with Colin Cowherd. "I sit there and laugh about it," Jackson told Cowherd. "I wish it would have happened. If it would have happened, it would have had more meat to it." Karl Malone found himself in hot water with Lakers star Kobe Bryant after he allegedly tried to make a pass at Bryant's wife Vanessa, escalating into some locker room drama. One day Malone was wearing a cowboy hat and boots, in which Vanessa asked, "Hey cowboy, what are you hunting?" prompting him to respond with, "I'm hunting for little Mexican girls." That was the start of a sting of inappropriate comments. That friendship went sideways quickly, and in 2015 during an interview, Malone said, "I'll fight Kobe if he's still mad I flirted with his wife." At the time, Kobe was very upset at his teammate. This is what he had to say back in 2004. "What he said is what he said. I believe in my heart that it wasn't a misunderstanding." LeBron James found himself in the center of a bizarre story when it came out that one of his teammates, Delonte West, had slept with his mom. Basketball Hall of Famer Calvin Murphy responded to the rumors on an ESPN radio station, confirming the claims as absolutely true and absolutely horrifying.
Hey, do you think there's any validity to this rumor regarding LeBron James' mom and Delonte West?
It ain't no rumor.
Huh?
It ain't no rumor. Unfortunately, my sources in the NBA tell me that it's absolutely true.
Oh.
My sources, and they're legit, tell me that it was the only people that didn't know what was happening was LeBron and me.
What?
That's right.
Pau Gasol was an LA Lakers all-star and happily engaged to his lady Sylvia Lopez Castro. However, during the playoffs, he failed to show up and play like his usual self, and his numbers dramatically declined. The Lakers were eliminated from the 2011 playoffs early on, failing to hit the three-peat after taking home the title in 2009 and 2010. It was then released that an unnamed teammate, which would later be Shannon Brown, was having an affair with Castro, breaking up the engagement. Sleeping with your teammate's wife is bad enough, but if you are going to do it, don't do it during the playoffs. Brown tweeted back when the rumors were at their apex that he had done nothing wrong. Okay, let me put an end to this right now before it goes any further. I did not sleep with @Pau Gasol woman. First and last time addressing it. When you're married to someone as stunning as Eva Longoria, how could you possibly have a straying eye? Well, it's possible, as Tony Parker of the San Antonio Spurs became involved in a relationship with teammate Brent Barry's wife. The two couples were all close friends, and it's reported that Longoria discovered hundreds of texts between Parker and Aaron Barry. Longoria dumped him and the tattoo of their wedding date removed from her wrist, while Brent Barry also opted for divorce as well. Tony Parker talked about the divorce last year in an interview with Hello Magazine. It's not easy to leave a relationship, because when I got involved in something, I want to do well. The exposure I could not control. This is the world we live in today. Everything is on the internet and on social network sites. I never paid attention to what people said. Hollywood is another world, on another level. Now, we had to save this one for last because this is by far the most bizarre situation we have ever seen in the NBA. Steve Nash filed for divorce the day after his wife had a baby. I know, pretty heartless, right? Well, not in this case, as his wife gave birth to a baby of African American descent. The child's true father was initially speculated to be Leandro Barbosa, and the more probable candidate moved to Jason Richardson. Richardson was traded days after Nash announced the divorce between him and his wife. Nash made only one statement on the matter. This is a bittersweet moment for my wife and I. After 5 years, we are now in the process of dissolving our marriage. This will be my only statement on this. You can understand Nash not wanting to go into further detail, as this must have been the worst day of his life. So which did you find the most shocking? Let us know below. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to hit that notification bell.